what parts of the live you want to discuss that with. So.
It always takes a long time to log into YouTube.
Go live,
Well,
baby.
that's kind of like when kids come into my line and buy some Roblox gaming cards, and they're not wearing their mask properly, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'll say, "Oh, sweetie, is your nose a decoration, or do you breathe through it?" And they'll put their mask on.
Oh,
But I mean, I'm sure you, Hatamale, as a liberal, do have an opinion on like talking about.
I love the way he throws that in there as a liberal.
No,
Duh!
as a liberal, I'm sure you have an opinion like talking things about like how to bring up things like sex with kids, not though, like with your kids.
All right.
Well,
Hold on, guys. Let me start the show, okay?
stand up.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness, and probably already have been, spoken and heard live on Facebook Live and YouTube via the Kickbutt page. Here's your hosts, Lost in Thought, and the lovely and the charming Hatamale.
Well, just like Lost in Thought was bringing up, honestly, my kids, through no help of me from me, my kids are very freaking militant, and I love it.
That's good.
I love it. They're like any extra money they get, they're donating it to Black Lives Matter and to, different causes. I'm like, okay, I'm glad. I'm very glad that they are very strongly opinionated and very strongly liberal, just like you said, because the way my dad raised me, even though he's kind of a Fox News watching guy right now, I'm so sorry. He raised me to say, like, and this is his words exactly: if you're not a Democrat, get out of my house. And he told me that when I was like 14. So I'm very strongly, almost down to the DNA liberal.
My folks they never try to push politics on me or my sister at all. They kind of just let us do our own thing.
It just happened.
And although I think my folks, I know my folks were Republican, pre-Reagan Republicans, right? And but our house down in the valley is on the corner, and it's a very high traffic. It's a very high profile kind of corner.
It didn't used to be.
And they would always put political signs there, right? And my dad would they'd come and ask, "Oh, can we put our political sign?" And he'd like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And he'd let anybody put their sign, no matter if they were left or right, whatever whatever you want. You go ahead, just take it down when it's over. And but there were some people that were running that if they're going to put your sign there, they don't want you to have anybody else's sign. And my dad's like, "Hey, they can put their sign there too." Oh, and they'd get upset. "No, well, then we're not going to put our sign there at all. Blah blah blah." They wanted to own the house. You know what I mean? This is a Cavazos house or whoever. But my dad was like, "No, the other people can put their sign up there too. You just vote."
It was equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity. You vote for who you want to. Despite what he believed, what his beliefs were. He's going to let the other guy have a crack at it too.
Well, Bob Dylan said, "I'm a liberal, but to a degree, I want everybody to be free."
Bogdan said that.
Bob Dylan said that.
Ah. Did he leave? The last time I talked to him, said he was moving to
South America.
Yeah, like Ecuador or something.
Bob
Chile.
Bob Dylan, Robert Zimmerman, the folk singer, the singer-songwriter Bob Dylan.
Oh, Bob Dylan, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was saying Bogdan, the guitar player.
No. I don't know where Bogdan's disappeared, man.
Yeah, well, like I said, last time I heard talked to him, he said he was thinking about moving to like Ecuador or Chile or something.
And he was in the process of selling his house, his car, everything before COVID hit.
Yeah, so he may be gone.
God.
He might already be south of the equator, down Chile way.
Either that or he's stuck in Round Rock because he can't sell his house now.
Oh yeah.
What is it? Did y'all know that Dixie Carter, the actress that played Julia Sugarbaker on Designing Women, was a Republican?
I don't want want to be one of those, people that have rough assumptions, but as soon as you said Dixie, I pretty much assumed it.
Yeah.
Although I loved Dixie Carter. I thought she was great, and I loved her in Disney Woman. I don't know much about her personal beliefs, but.
Can we start a show?
Okay, let's reel it back. Woo! Welcome to Online Spoken and Heard. Let me see.
That's a good way to capture an audience, right?
Yeah, I know. Let me bring it back and let me do the classic opening. What's happening, Kick Boy? You're about to witness the best, the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and Heard live every Sunday night at Kick. Coffee, music, and booze. That's right. This is not your average ordinary coffee shop. We do have a full bar.
Well, we would if we were at Kick, but
You told me to do the classic opening,
but that feels better.
So I did.
And who's behind the bar today?
And who's behind the bar tonight? We have the Viking Patrick, who will keep you fed, caffeinated, and buzzed as long as you load his tip jar with plenty old dead presidents. Because thanks to COVID and thanks to Austin expenses, you really need those frickin' tips. Seriously.
Really?
Okay, and see, now that I realize that Jacob is full-time bartender, next time I'll say Jacob.
Okay.
But I'm so used to saying the Viking Patrick.
Okay, you're not done yet.
Huh?
You're not done yet. Behind the bar.
Sing your song, dance your dance, strut your stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, welcome to Spoken and Heard. And if you want to come up on the stage, sing your song, dance your dance, strut your stuff, and dance better than white boy in the corner there, because dear God, he's not white, he's clear. Come over to Lost and Thought, me, Hot Tamale, or Ernie B behind the soundboard. Go over to Ernie B just so he can say,
I drank a lot of whiskey last night.
So did I, and I'm still alive.
Every time.
Yeah, because see, me and Ernie B, so when
I made some good chicken breast last.
He did.
Yeah.
But what I like doing after a long 6-day run of work, I come home, slam whiskey shots, and sing at the top of my lungs. And last night I finished off my evening with my rendition of Purple Rain by Prince. And I'd say I did pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, she got out at midnight, so we started karaoke like at 2 a.m.
Oh, God, did I freeze up?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, we're
Y'all
frozen. Okay, I'll fix that. Hold on.
Oh, did y'all talk to your ISP by the way?
What?
What?
Your internet service provider?
Oh, yes, they did fix it. So far, they came by. When did they come by? On Tuesday.
Monday. Or Tuesday.
And so far, I haven't had a single dropout.
Monday.
So-
Da, 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 da. Oh,
dear
sorry.
God.
So yeah, he checked some things in here, and then outside by the power box, the disconnect box where the cable came in, he cut the connectors off and put new ones on there. He said they didn't look good, and maybe that's all it was.
Okay.
And it's been working fine ever since. So fingers crossed we won't lose anything today.
Okay, so Tom Moon Bird, would you like to start the show?
Tonight, on Spoken
Wait. We're going to stinger you in first.
We gotta do this proper here.
Yes.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Australia, it's Tom Moon with some Australian shit.
Oh, God.
Check your kangaroos at the door and your 4X beer and your Foster's Lager. Here we go. Tonight, you're going to need your mind to be both sharp and alert in these days of QAnon and conspiracy theories. You're going to need your oxytocin for empathy and goodwill. Your heart's got to stay open and beating in rhythm, mate. Your hands for holding those close to you. Your feet for walking away from anger. Your past to learn from. Your present to live in. Your future depends upon what you do right now. So use science, Reggie, to experiment and seek better hypotheses. Use art, Hot Tamale, to visualize harmonic universes. Use philosophy, lost in thought, to determine differences between Puritans, Stoics, Epicureanism, Existentialists, and Surrealist Republicans. Use laughter for balance amongst the serious and the light. Use all tools of dancing through this labyrinth tonight. Movies, books, poetry, drama, goodwill, happiness, community, all illegal, and have dealers everywhere. So have a hit tonight. Have a wonderful, but use your mind.
All the way from Australia town, that was Tom Moon. Reading and doing what he does with Australian chicks.
I honestly thought he was going to say, and look up tenets with Lost in Thought.
I thought about it but now.
Yeah, you do tend to do things on the fly like that.
Yeah, he does. I was kind of waiting for that.
Yeah.
I so much miss when you used to come up on the stage and we would just jam. You know,
Yeah.
and you'd riff, you know, and just make it up on the spot.
What's that?
Oh
was
wait,
here because
okay, check it
time
out, guys. Check it out. I'm in school again.
Ooh, congrats.
It's our pharmacy technician technology book.
Textbook.
Keep taking the tablets.
Oh God.
I said to Moses, they said, keep taking the tablets, Moses.
Yeah, I'm actually the one handing them out. I get nervous when, cause see, I'm still training. I'm still training right now. I'm kind of on the job training, and this is kind of like to round me out. And I always get very not nervous, but when it comes to like filling people's prescriptions, because I'm like, okay, not one too many, not one too little, you know, just like, because you have to count it out, put it in the bottle, yada yada. But I prefer the customer service part where people are like, okay, where's my sleeping pills? Okay, hold on just a second. They're right over here. They're ready to go.
Well, you know, it's always good that you have that feeling in the back of your head because that gives you that one extra step to make sure you got it right. And it's important, you know, it's medicine for people. You know, you want to make sure you have it correct.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, if you didn't care or if you just slip, you know, it's okay. It might not be okay, you know, and
just a separate from the farm. Whoops.
What?
Oh,
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
What happened?
Did we just go black?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, just a little separate from the pharmacy thing. There is.
somebody's sharing their screen.
Let's just say this: that a
who's sharing the
lot
screen
of
now?
people are buying melatonin.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of people. Melatonin. That new NyQuil sleep aid, ZzzQuil. I think a lot of people are having trouble sleeping during all this crap.
Okay,
Well, it's hard to-
who's sharing their screen? Somebody's sharing their screen.
Somebody's sharing their screen. Cut it out. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
whoever's doing that.
distracting.
It's okay.
okay,
I
that's
saw
better.
the stop sharing. That was good.
And now it's back.
Okay, sweet. But yeah, I get home exhausted, so I really haven't had too much trouble sleeping. But a lot of people are buying melatonin for their kids, for themselves, for their dog.
Every time you say melatonin, I just think of watermelon.
not melatonin, melatonin.
All right, he's
You're a
shit
dork.
stirring.
No.
Melatonin.
Okay, so Reggie, do you have any new shit for us this week?
I do.
Okay, Lost in Thought. Do you wanna introduce Reggie real fast?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Coming up next, we've got Reggie Goodwin reading new stuff. Reading just now. Reggie.
This has a simple title. It just says For Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, yeah.
65-year anniversary of the March on Washington, 1963. 8 years after the death of Emmett Till, socially distanced angst of blood still at the root and in the streets. Whether Jacob Blake, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, or George Floyd were angels, they are still U.S. citizens and human beings. Chadwick Boseman was a real-life superhero, publicly weeping over the eventual loss of young fans Ian and Taylor, succumbing to their St. Jude struggle with cancer before his debut as their hero, not revealing his own challenges, fighting stage 3 colon cancer, eventually progressing to stage 4, making his skill in acting significant enough for an Oscar award posthumously. On the anniversary of 42, we are swooning at the news of Chadwick Boseman's loss at 43, counting the cost and pain of his numerous cancer therapies, of his character portrayals of our actual significant figures within the Black community, Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall. T'Challa in Black Panther was a fictional king of utopian Wakanda, created in 1966 by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, post-Blue Marvel, an African superhero we all looked up to. Wakanda is a utopia, a nowhere state that had its own eccentricities. Brian Coogler's interpretation made us sympathetic to Eric Killmonger and his critique because Wakanda was free and haughtily receded from Middle Passage and civil rights interceding. I waited 50 years to see it from page to on-screen. I still have my straight out of Wakanda tee, the pride that, like me, the actor graduated from a historically Black university. Howard University Bison pride is as thick as Aggie pride at A&T. Friends from Nigeria and Ghana spoke of public celebrations on the mother continent. T'Challa has two meanings, brave king and he who puts the knife where it belongs. According to Marvel canon, he never took roles beneath him, stereotypical or culturally demeaning. We cannot fathom beyond disbelief what our next stage will be as we go through the pain of this grief. We lost him on a significant date as we get ready to defend our democracy. The March on Washington 1963 led to the Civil Rights Act 1964, the Voting Rights Act 1965, the Fair Housing Act 1968. The year Nixon and Lee Atwater coined the phrase law and order, the first backlash to all those acts, and Klanhood, choir robe to the Southern strategy. We will put this knife where it belongs, straighten our backs and stand strong, cast our votes to dethrone this dark thing for our country in your memory, noble king.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Really, really.
Let's hear it for Reggie laying some truth bombs on us and mourning the loss. Very technical.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. He was so young.
And what was amazing to me is I suddenly realized he was in a lot of pain in all those movies.
Yeah.
Yes, and I heard that he was going in and out of surgeries during filming and stuff, and he never said anything about it. He never complained. He, he hit his mark, did his job, go back and have a surgery, come back to work. You know, he was just, I mean, that's
he
tough.
was also visiting kids at like St. Jude's Hospital while he was having his own troubles.
Yeah.
That's why it was so shocking. It was just like when David Bowie passed. Nobody even knew he was sick. Just from one minute to the next. What? He died.
Like he released his album and then he was gone. It's like, what?
And
he had the largest number of Twitter responses on Twitter.
In Twitter's history.
Yeah, in Twitter's history, the largest number, and it's all positive.
He was the star of the biggest movie of all time, the highest-grossing movie. It made over $1 billion.
It wasn't like it was a role for him. He made it believable for all of us because I mean I discovered like the Black Panther fanverse in like the 80s, and trust me, they improved on the costume big time.
Yes.
Did they have like little ears over the head like that?
Oh, God. Okay, let's just say they improved on Wolverines and they also improved on Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he made it so believable that you would see him and you would believe he was a king. It wasn't just like a character he played.
That's right.
And that was an actual language they were speaking. They were speaking Hokna.
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to get goosebumps. I gotta stop.
Nerve. Clown. I'm just
I
going to
knew
wait.
a real Black Panther, Ali Owasi. He was a drummer and a poet, and he was performing with the poets. And I said to him, Ali, every time I listen to you, you're doing the same poetry from the 60s. And he looked at me and he said, Tom, nothing's changed.
Yep.
Okay,
Did you look?
Breezy's coming in. You might need to bring her in.
Yeah, I'll bring her in.
So it was a pleasure and a wonderful thing to know people of ethical and worthy of respect.
And he was a huge role model, you know. I mean, he broke a lot of barriers. I mean, he was the not necessarily the first black superhero, but he was the first black superhero of that status. You know, that was that huge. You know.
Correct.
And he was a role model for children everywhere. I mean, like when Obama won, that was a huge breakthrough. You know.
That's correct.
And you know, he was equivalent, if not even more so, because he was a superhero. You know, for kids, that's like wow. You know, and you know, obviously I'm not black, but if I was a little black kid, I'd be like, that's so cool. You know, I mean, finally there's someone I can and you know, hopefully kids don't even have to even think of it that way. You know, it's just you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The innocence I'm terrible with words, but you know what I'm trying to say.
And another example of a superhero that kids can look up to, and my daughter, she kind of brought this up on her Instagram, and she kind of helped me discover it. If anybody's watched Into the Spider-Verse,
Yep.
okay,
Yeah, I need to watch it.
okay, yeah. The main character is Black Hispanic, and my kids are Black Hispanic. So, and my daughter was like, "Oh my God, somebody I can relate to." You know, like a family where you know they speak Spanish and you know they're just like Spanglish or whatever, and kids that look like them, and they were just like, "Whoa, this is cool," and you know, Hey, Breezy.
Hey, Breezy.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Breezy.
Welcome to the show.
Miles.
Happy
Okay.
Sunday,
Yeah.
everyone.
Miles. His name is Miles. I totally speed bumped on his name, but yeah, the main character on Into the Spider-Verse was Miles. Miles Morales.
What's that kilometers?
Okay. I'm getting really emotional right now.
And I'm looking. I'm actually
especially after no sleep. I'm just like.
I know. And I'm actually just writing my piece, but I am listening on the conversation as well.
Okay. Lost in Thought's back in a thumbnail. Do you want me to go ahead and introduce you, Lost in Thought?
No. I haven't. I'm still writing it. I'm just saying I'm
you're
listening to the
not done yet.
conversation.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, Eddie,
Breezy.
are you ready with something?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Quite well.
All right. Yeah. So I have a whole ton of things, but there's something I'm working on for the new EP. I want to share. It's not done. It's missing some parts and stuff, but just kind of want to throw it out there. I guess I can do a screen share, and y'all can see the tracks as they go. But
Okay. Well, here, Ernie, give him some stinger. I'll go ahead and introduce him.
Don't tell me what to do.
Rebel.
so
Rebel.
darn you.
Do it. Come on.
All right.
Either that or I am, and I know you don't like me to touch
No, don't
your
touch
shit.
my stuff.
See? Told you.
'Cause last time you did, everything went poof.
I did that. Okay, that's bullshit.
No, because you were trying to heart or something. I said, "Stop," and something went haywire. I just didn't say anything.
I'm with
Okay.
the show.
That was 2 weeks ago.
All right, coming up next to the virtual spoken and heard stage, just a couple notes from this guy, and you're transported to another universe. Give it up for Vivid Nothing, aka Eddie Navarro.
All right.
Or if you're me, Eddie Navarro. I can't roll my R's.
Gringo.
Oh,
R. I can't roll my R's.
The old man used to say next door, Navarro. You know. Let's see, like a screen share.
I only say Navarro when I'm referring to the college in Corsicana. Navarro.
There you go.
No.
Hey, okay. Can y'all see that?
Nope.
No.
Oh wait, there it is. I see it up there.
Oh.
Can everybody see that?
Yeah, I'll grab it. Hold on.
Raise your hand if you can. There you go. I know Breezy can. You can see it. Raise your hand if you can.
Raise your hand if you're sure.
All right.
Jesus. Talk about commercials from the 80s.
Let's see. Tell me if you can hear this. It's just a quick sound test. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard it.
Yep.
I heard
All
a
right.
symbol. Yeah.
I heard a
Cross-
symbol crash.
Put my fingers. All right. Let's go. That right there.
Woo!
Nice.
All right.
I also have a little bit of words if you want to hear some of that too.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep it going.
I have 30 years of writing, or 40, not 30 years of writing, yeah. So let's see.
Okay, wait. If it's 30 years, I don't know if we have that kind of screen time online, but
But I'll give you, but I'll give you 2 minutes of those 30
yeah,
years. Right?
give us a month.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna combine a few. So this is this is something from 03, old shit.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Oh, shit.
It's
Man.
8803. So, and it's called Barden Unleashed. And it's funny how it kind of resembles. A lot of the stuff I write has a lot to do with the era of the 60s, from till till this is written, and I guess a lot of this history is repeating itself currently. So, but even more.
Again.
Yeah, like Tom was saying. So this kind of relates to that. And I have no idea, But I kind of foresaw a little bit of it. So let's go. It's called Barden Unleashed, this one. So it's silent wars where nobody hears. The world is a people apart. In a crowded room of the television people that were created by frequencies of hypnosis. Growing up babies stained by TV. Oh, the drama, quiet heart felt chaos and order of the sociological folly. As I sit back and grade the tests, there are few that bear to be on that subsequent level of considered self, uncontrollable art. Some say, some speak of the legend, live and let live. But nobody notices wars of the fight for just or truth. It seemingly only in the quiet gallows beneath the trees it lies barred and unleashed. In 4 words, send us a message within a clairvoyant messenger to enter in the drawing outside the wakeful bliss. Art of the arts, ways of the path that run through from the birth of our planet, in cultures of rustic societies, and youth of different minds, onto the children of our sight. Emerge a new time of renewal for the starving people, starving for the love that holds us together. Lunch places that had no time, biography, bloomed God disowned and found, Jest-stained rot, spoon-fed and out of control. Devour me, water, land, earth, a whore of nations. Mass intimacy. Will this insanity conquer or rejoin for the savage to rot? Which brings you into the gift of uncreation, and the hazy red skies give warmth to the restless eyes. Intention sometimes lies and hopes to crawl towards given hand. Mastery of intent, hope transcending consciousness. On and on, very dilated ties. On and on, weary dilated eyes. Brings vision of our lives. Harmony of echoes travel endlessly from lonely souls. Channeling tears, expressions move slowly along space as a gift of comfort for lonely souls. Past ripples beneath the skin. Tension sometimes lies in hopes in this to crawl towards giving hands in red skies, sometimes red eyes. And restless eyes are warmth and the gift of uncreation. There you go.
Woo! All right, some retro shit and new music from Eddie Navarro, aka Vivid Nothing.
Yeah, that was some heavier stuff, kind of a departure from what we're used to hearing from you.
Oh,
Yeah, we're used to hearing some like Sedona soundtracks, and that was a little more metal.
Oh yeah, that the Vid of Nothing is a whole the toy box full of curiosities. Yes, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Nothing sounds the same. I don't think I have any songs or anything that sounds like the others. I guess if you count improvisations, but other than that, as far as stuff that's recorded, I don't have anything that sounds like the other thing that was recorded previous to that, so on and so forth. So, but yeah, thanks for noticing. Pretty cool.
Yeah, because I swear, with all the stuff going on, I come into Ernie's, when I'm passing Ernie's workstation, he's actually starting to work on some stuff too. Now that Bifist's album is done, now he's starting to work on like drums, bass, guitar,
new stuff.
some new shit of his own, and it's so cool because I've never really seen him or heard him work on a song, and he's kind of literally going from the ground up. It's like first he like laid down a guitar track, then a drum track, and I might be getting the order incorrect, but
Yes.
just watching it getting built up slowly, and now it's starting to sound like a song, and all it's lacking is vocals, and I'm kind of like, wow, is that how you do it?
Yeah. Primarily for me personally, it's drums and guitar, but I've yet to change it around. I start off with just the bass and like keys or something else, just to do it backwards to see what kind of results I get. Because generally people, they want to hear a beat, they want to put something to it, but everything has a beat to it if you really think about it. You know what I mean?
Life has a beat.
Peggy Wright is watching.
Hey, Peggy.
Hey, Peggy. Hi, Peggy.
Birdman's
Calling in.
Okay, it looks like Birdman's coming in.
Okay.
Birdman is coming in.
Okay, let me bring him in. Mr. H Town himself.
And I'm having a chicken sandwich. So if you see my head disappear, it's because I don't want to chew on camera. Unlike Lane, who yawns on camera.
Yeah, he called right back. He's not giving me a chance to
How
call
are you,
him.
Birdman?
Hold
We're
on,
calling
hold on,
you.
Birdman. We're gonna bring you in. Hold on. Yeah, we can't answer the call. We gotta wait till you hang up. I literally went like this, hang up, and then we call you. But the call is a notification, like, oh, okay, Breezy wants to come in. Oh, okay, here comes Eddie. So, kind of like sending up the white flag. We're here.
I wish there was like call forwarding.
What?
Like if they call on the other line, they would automatically route it to this line.
Well, that would be cool.
It's like having one of those business phones where you got like 3 different numbers on the same phone. and they call on the other line. That's exactly what it's like.
Or when you'd watch movies from the 50s and they'd have like 6 phones on the desk and be answering different ones all over. Hello? Hello? Okay, hold on. Hello? What about this one? Okay, hello? Just back and forth instead of having an actual switchboard.
We miss Birdman.
I think Birdman is coming in.
Is it?
And I'm trying to figure out whose head is behind Tom right now. Oh, wait, it says Birdman unavailable. Yeah, you might want to... Birdman, we're trying to call you. Hold on a second.
Let me try him again. Hold on.
Good. Okay, Tom, who's that head behind you? It's like Jim Morrison with Ocean Waves.
It's a girl made of water.
Ah.
Ah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very calming. And Breezy Love is very calming too.
What the heck?
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling Domino's. How can I help you?
Your microphone's off, Breezy.
What's happening?
Dr. Eddie, how may I help you?
Okay, here I am.
This is your hot Australian talk line.
He's going. Birdman's trying to get on.
Sorry,
Okay?
you have-
Birdman's coming in. All right, it's all working.
This is Australian Hotties 1-900 Down Under. How can I help you?
How everybody doing?
Let me put my shrimp on your Barbie.
Well done.
Thank you for calling the Famunda line.
Oh,
The Wonder from Down Under.
A wonder from down under. From
Birdman's here. It's wonderful. Breezy Love is here. They are wonderful poets.
Thank you for
Ooh,
calling.
hey, Birdman.
Listen.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. Woo.
Okay.
I was on another there's a
Zoom.
program I had signed up for, and I didn't realize it was a Sunday till they sent me an email, but I'm here now. I knew it wasn't gonna last.
I was about to say, oh, I see. Birdman's on another call. Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, yeah. Peggy says, hi, guys. Miss you.
Miss you too,
Yeah,
Peggy.
Hey, Peggy.
Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue.
Yeah, I know. You kind of tend to lose the days of the week sometimes. I'm always like a day behind.
I don't.
Do you find you drink more and think less and eat more and move less and just lose all concepts of dimensional space and time because of this eternal present, like now? I mean, like now.
Now is always happening.
I think the ass is kicking in.
Like now, like now, like now. That makes me think of the beginning of Super Troopers. I don't know if anybody else has watched that movie where
Yes.
where the guy I knew Eddie would have where the guy has to eat an entire Ziploc bag full of weed and mushrooms. And then it's like, yes, you are freaking out, man. It's like, ah! Okay.
Breezy Love. Breezy Love.
Oh, somebody just left. I heard a door.
Yeah, that was the door.
That was Birdman. He said, "Screw this. I'm out of here." Let's see. He's not there anymore.
Church boys.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say I don't really have any new shit this week because.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Peggy said maybe next time she could sing a song. We'd love that, Peggy.
Oh, Peggy, we would love that. Seriously,
All you got to do is use Skype, and Peggy, if you have Skype on your phone or your laptop or whatever, if not, just download it. It's free. Install it. Get on Skype and then search for Spoken and Heard, and
you can see our poster on there.
yeah, and then just call us up and we'll put you on the show.
Spoken on her.
We'd love to hear you sing. It's been a long time since I heard Peggy
Oh
sing.
God, I know. I think the last time I saw Peggy perform at Kick Butt, it was
On the small stage.
On the small stage. Yes.
Wow.
We need you back, Peggy.
And your front and your sides.
Okay.
Breezy, come on, give Breezy a chance. Give Breezy a
All
chance.
we are saying is give Breezy a chance. She's like, aw, shucks.
She's like, oh.
Oh
okay,
my,
so
my.
Breezy, you got some new shit for us tonight, or even old shit would be great. Oh wait, we can't hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, your mic is off.
There it is.
There you
Okay,
are.
here I am now.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yay.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm relaxing.
What's
But
that?
I got some new shit, and I got some old
New
shit.
shit.
Okay, let's bring her in here.
Okay, you go ahead and bring her in.
Okay.
Do your radio guy.
All right, all the way from I can't remember when, we have Breezy Love with some new shit. All the way from where I can't remember where she's from.
South Austin.
South Austin. All right, what an internet connection we have. Breezy, take it away.
All right. Hey, everybody. I am from the north side of Austin.
Oh wait, where exactly?
I'm right off of Loyola.
Oh,
Right off
That's
of
right. That's right. That's right. Okay. Northeast
I
side.
know. No, it's so weird because I've never really went south. Anytime I go out south, I'm going past there, heading to San Antonio.
That's how we used to be.
I'm like, I don't know what's out that way. Let me just keep riding. So I always ride to San Antonio. But I don't know. I'm soon departing from here. I'm giving myself about 5 months, and I'm gonna just head west after this. So
Where the girls are
Beautiful.
warmer?
yes,
Oh.
yes.
Well, that's
I'm
only-
going to the beaches.
Mhm.
I'm going to go find the beaches.
There you go.
Not the bitches. Not the bitches, but the beaches.
Oh.
Yachts.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm about to get started. So I got my new stuff.
Okay.
I know I have a little chattering little bird over here in my ear. I'm going to get started now. All right. This one is called Paint a Pretty Picture. With a few quick strokes, a view of paradise is created. The ugly eyes that pierce the blank canvas has been reconstructed. Frazzled ends blended a balance of colors across the center of the core, but not without placing these pieces into text for more clarity. Because the paradise that you promised died in the middle of the road, blurring red flags. Promised because all those tears would have only smeared the painting. Given it a little bit of time, I decided to look as if it was easy as a blank piece of paper. It was blank, but I was ready to give it my all. Attempted to make a beautiful mess that is overlaid with little little lies to pass the time. I put on a smile with a sense of innocence for the naive face. We use words and text to display true emotions, to deceive the eyes. I paint a pretty picture, though it may look like an island of paradise, but it is still an island disconnected from all. We're looking for those connected villagers, but where are they? Are they living somewhere else where lovers are displayed? Who deserves this love? They wondered, who can we give it to? Give them all the passion. Fill them with all the textures and the words that are not just strokes. My words that produce more than liquid lies, and pictures that reflect my love. Love given as a give and take. Reflections of childhood memory and fantasies. Are they really ready? They will become real. The life portrait that I am so committed to. I'm committed to creating and giving you this next pretty painting. So, new shit.
Yeah, very nice. Positive vibration.
Painting a pretty picture.
Nice.
And I'm going to give you a little backdrop of this. As you know, we kind of sit back here in reflection, and I realized that this is something I choose to do a lot. And somebody kind of brought this to my attention. They say, you know, you just make everything, no matter how horrible it is, you want to paint or sugarcoat it. That's another word they use. So they say I like to kind of sugarcoat all the bad stuff. And I say to myself, well, what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
I mean, I just see with different eyes. You know, I just have a different perception instead of waddling in the shit.
Yes.
Okay,
I figure,
that is awesome.
why wallow in the bullshit? So I just, make it pretty.
Yeah. Very good.
That's
But I will
Breezy.
Go ahead.
That is so awesome because at work they know me as the one going, just because you put frosting on a turd doesn't mean it's a cupcake.
Damn.
And people are like, wow. I'm like, hey, I said, on my darkest side, I'm super fucking pessimistic. As happy as and I joke with everybody, but when I have a couple of people that are like bastard coated bastards with bastard filling, that's that's when I'm like, well, what the hell?
Hey, what did you say?
Yeah, you're just kind of like, it is what it is. I'm gonna deal. I'm gonna smile. And keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you move on. So I'm gonna read a quick. Maybe I'll read two from. Gonna go from this book because I haven't been really going there. I really haven't been promoting a lot the book either. It's kind of like, I don't know. I've been in this world, like I've been painting. That's what I've been doing. I've been so much focused on painting. So when I get a chance, I'm going to share some pictures with you guys. I mean, I think the last time you guys see me, I probably done 4. So I will be sure to share those.
Breezy, real quick, you know what you could do is take a picture of it and use it as your background when you're reading a poem for us.
Yay! That is a good idea.
Kind of like what everyone's doing. How Reggie has kick butt, Birdman has birds. Same thing.
That, you know what? That is a good idea, Hot Tamale. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That'll be your new background.
Yeah.
That's my book. That's gonna be my next book cover there.
Got it.
The birds.
Got it. I like that. I like it. I love it. So this one is called Different Days. Making love on Monday is different from screwing on a Sunday.
Whoa.
Okay, let's rewind. Ladies and gentlemen, this we do not have we'd have to give a warning to the younger listeners. This is of mature nature. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you know what? I'm wearing a shirt with dicks on it. I'm sure that Breezy can like.
Guys.
Well, you don't have to hold it right up to the camera.
Jesus. Okay, guys, halt. Breezy, continue.
Okay.
All right. Rewind.
Rewind.
Take
yes,
2.
please.
Different days. Making love on Mondays is different from screwing on Sundays. While there are demands for a task to begin a new week's plan, we've nestled in seclusion, meditated in our own illusions in the hammock, gliding with the earth's beauty. Some call mating. We changed the transformation into the reckless exhibitionists. Our lovemaking intrigues the birds. Screwing on Sundays is a meal for the beast-like herds, coming forth in mounds of sounds while shaking these trees. A utopia is still found. Waking, refreshed, and pushing for the goal of a sunset, bustling through crowds though they seem interestedly aroused. Accidentally in hate, a wrist touch reminds me of us. Mumbling and the sighing under the breath, Mondays making me slightly cuss, needing your touch to wipe away the sweet, sweaty muss. Only waiting for you to rise for these secreted pheromones. Counted the repeated clicks and ticks to make it home just to you. Asking you sincerely, how was your day? Sorry. I'm losing you guys.
There was an
Sorry.
earthquake. Oh my God.
I know, I shook it up. Mindfully kissing away the hues of Monday. Dinner simmers for an appetizer. It's almost always first. Massaging away any aches while the water runs with the aromas blending. A bed awaits. Gentle sways and caresses to end the day. For each night is never the same. Yet we always meet, willing to never let it be just awaits. And that was Different Days.
Nice.
All the way from the south side of Austin, there's an easy being.
No, she's northeast.
All the way from the northeast side of Austin, there's an easy being breezy. In breezy love. With some mature shit. Well,
Did you say you had one more poem though?
Huh? I'm sorry.
Did you say you had one more poem or no?
No,
Oh, yeah.
oh, okay.
I did.
Let me take all that.
Oh God.
Okay. Well, this would have been perfect for the backdrop of the picture I just did. It's a woman bursting out of Venus. So this poem is called Venus Shines. Could she be as intriguing as the red moon? Her beauty so definitely shaped within each ambiance that looms. My eyes tell no lies as I explore the layers of the galactic space. Yet the distance seems so out of reach, and the elements encased. An awe-riveting landing, and my hands forget how hot her temperatures rise. The elements can only bless one's eyes. Thinking begins. I am submerged, so deep into the depths of her energies. The core of her is so warming. I melt in her synergy. Astronomical time lost in a divine space. She indeed was a heavenly taste. She rebirthed my experience. Venus shines on my face as no other has ever existed. Venus shines.
Okay, now do it.
It isn't easy being breezy, especially if you're breezy love from the northwest side of Austin, Texas. Making that internet connection and the service I pay for worthwhile.
Oh my God, you're such a dork.
Hey,
This is what I have to live with, people.
You told me to do that.
And you do it so well.
yeah.
I
Well,
swear,
it's better than being alone, isn't it?
I swear
Oh.
you guys need to listen to. I think we mentioned it on another show when Ernie used to work at a music store. He once made their hold music.
Oh yeah, I used to make the when you, yes, I like the guitar department, please. 1 second, they'd put you on hold, and I would make the hold music. I guess that's what you just said.
And that people would, like, when their call would get picked up, like, no, put me back on hold.
Because they'd like it was entertaining.
The whole music was so entertaining, they wanted to get put back on hold. So one of these days you need to dig that out.
And I'll play it, yeah, because I would splice in like all kinds of music and sound effects and all kinds of. It was funny.
It's hysterical.
And then especially when I would pick up the phone, hello guitars, and hey, is that you on the whole music? Oh yeah, because they'd recognize my voice, you know. And, man, that's really cool. I like that. You know, we used to get a lot of compliments, and that's back when we had the actual cassette player that had the whole music. Yeah.
Okay, and have you guys ever heard of Steve Dahl from Chicago, The Loop? Anybody else?
Who?
Ernie, you
Steve Dahl. He's the guy that he did he made the song about Ayatollah to the song of My Sharona Ayatollah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
The Disco Demolition and Wrigley Wrigley Field. Yeah.
Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is that Ernie turned him on to me when we first started talking, and then if you ever get a chance, like, go on YouTube, find like an old broadcast of Steve Dahl, and then listen to Ernie B, and then you realize, Chicago boy, they sound exactly alike, in my personal opinion.
Nice.
They've got the same ad lib style. They've got the same inflections, and yeah. Like I said, this is what I live with.
Good man.
I'm Reggie.
Yes. That I just thought that was funny as shit. That's someone's wedding dress.
Oh, the shirt.
Yes. No, it's a pizza.
What am I looking at?
It's a guy's crotch, and his junk is all there for all the world to see.
No, that.
Oh.
No, that.
I can't.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that last night. Yeah.
That. My son, who loves pizza, went, okay, that's no.
But I have new shit now. But if Birdman wants to go first, he can.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't heard from the Man of Bird yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you gonna introduce
I
him?
know,
You're
jeez.
actually doing pretty good. Go ahead.
So we ain't that cool no more, huh, Ernie?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to your video screen, all the way from H-Town, the man of Bird, Birdman 313.
God damn, Ernie.
Yeah.
What is that?
And I meant that with all the enthusiasm and love that I have for you. You know, I just.
What is that? K-Ben Benadryl radio shit?
Tell us
Oh boy. Okay. This is something new. And
shit.
it's titled Road Trip, which we all have been down before.
I could use a road trip right now. I'll tell you what.
Oh man. I remember the good old road trip days. The names of good listening radio stations in different cities and states. Listening to 8-tracks and cassettes. Restaurants that welcome everyone. No internet or Google Maps to help. Watching out for speed traps whenever you cross county and state lines. The air smelled like thyme and cow manure. Cotton patches, corn, and other plants grew in the fields. I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea where I was. Just a tank full of gas and listening to rain pitter-patter on the windshield. Just me, time and space with no plans, no destination. Those were the days. This is how I used to prepare for my road trips. Preparing for these road trips had a purpose. My old vehicle was not up to making these long trips anymore. The check engine light had been on so long, why even question why? The rattling sounds became familiar. People would laugh and ask, when are you going to fix your car? I finally said goodbye to this car, called the junkyard, and took whatever they offered. Now the days of the internet, you can download books, games, music, and movies with a click of a finger. You can locate motels and hotels and make reservation with a push of a button. You can even see what the rooms look like before you get there. You can see the nearest restaurant, liquor stores, or movie theaters. Now I fly to any long distance and destination, rent a car to run around in, or take a lift. You can get good towels, chargers for your toys, or extra batteries, and have something to write as well as get any kind of food to eat, any type of drink you desire. Road trips of today have no resemblance to those of yesterday. There you go.
All the way from Houston, the Man of Bird and his bird brain piece are out road trips. No, I'm just kidding, man. You know, Birdman 313.
That really made me miss the road. As soon as he started saying the air smelled like manure, I was like, oh yeah.
I can guarantee you anyone under the age of 30 cannot fold a road map.
Yeah.
They've been looking at, what am I supposed to do with this? What is this? How do I use this? You know?
Even my kids give me grief when they look in my center console and see my old laminated map. And they'll be like, why are you using this? I said, this was before GPS.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of though?
The Golden Girls.
In Freddy's Dead, when those kids were grabbing in the van, and the one deaf kid was trying to look on a map, and it kept unfolding and unfolding and unfolding, and it was taking up the entire van, and then it said, "You're fucked." And then someone said, "Would you look at the map?" The guy says, when he wakes up, he says, "Well, the map says we're fucked."
That's right.
No, but it made me think about when I was in college. There was no road map. I mean, no GPS, and I had to go back and forth. Nope. And hey, if your car broke down, you hope you had some money to get home with. Yeah. Now you have cell phones, so hey, you can just hit a button and hey, you okay.
I remember when my sister graduated from high school, we took on a road trip from South Texas. We're talking deep South, not San Antonio. South Texas to Orlando, Florida. And see, this is what I'm convinced my dad is part hippie. He got a van from one of those confiscated police officer auction type things, where the inside was stripped out, and the only thing that was left was the seats and the console. And we drove from South Texas to Orlando, and yours truly, at age 16, directed us there with one of those giant road atlases.
Yeah.
And I only
Brad McNally.
Yeah.
I only missed one turn off, and that was in New Orleans. Because because it looked like an exit, but it was really an overpass. But we took the lemons and made lemonade. We went downtown Bourbon Street during the day, which was a little freaky, especially during the day. And we took pictures. Yay! Okay. Now let's get out of here. And then we got back on the road. But what was really cool is that every single state, we would jump out, take a picture on the "Welcome to Tennessee" state, sign, and then we jump back in the van and keep going.
I remember when I first drove down here from Lansing, Michigan, and I asked my dad. I said, "How you get there?" You know what he told me? He said, "You take, I think it's 175 out of Lansing. You take 94. You take 94 all the way to 55. And then you get off on 40. Then you get off on 35. Then you get off on 59." He said, "And you'll be here." And that's how
Okay.
He told me. Yeah,
I know all those interstates.
I just caught it as soon as he said 35 and 59.
You could take 55 out of Chicago. Because we were in the suburbs, so we'd go down 47 State Road, and hook up with 55. But you could take 55 all the way down to Louisiana. I mean, through Mississippi. Mississippi took forever to get through because it was just a straight run all the way. And then you take 10 across over to Houston.
Can't you take I-35 all the way to Minneapolis?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. I haven't never went that way.
I think so. I mean, I've never tried it, but
to Minneapolis.
Like I said, I used to look at maps all the time. Still do.
Oh, did you say Indianapolis or Minneapolis?
No, Minneapolis.
Oh, no. Because Minnesota is above Michigan.
Okay, hold up. I want to look at this. I'm gonna go to my Google Maps and check it out.
So you're cheating. No, my dad, man. If my dad was still alive, he would totally freak out if you know how you have the suction cup on your windshield for your phone.
Yeah.
And you put up Google Map, next exit,
Or
turn
Waze.
right. Yeah. And that would blow his mind. He's like, "What?" I mean, if he got to see that, because I was the one holding the map.
Yeah.
I'd ride in the front seat and help him.
But you want to know something though? I didn't start using GPS until after I met Diana. I wasn't using GPS. It's always let me look on the map, and I wrote it down like that, and that's how I travel. I didn't GPS, and she had to show me how to use GPS. Now, okay, I use it, but man, it's a long time before I start using the GPS.
Lost in Thought has something new.
Are you ready, Lost?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody bring him in because I'm.
Hold on, I'm looking at I-35.
We're in the middle of a show here.
Okay, coming up next to the stage, leave this next performer to all his movie references because, good God, you'll hear 100 of them. Give it up for Lane Thompson, a.k.a. Lost in Thought.
And don't look at his shirt.
And don't look at his shirt.
Pink Elephant.
Look at it.
God, man.
Look at it. It was chilling to read. Trump's numbers are improving over Biden. I've had this frozen drum burnt into my heart, a dreading rhythm bearing itself deeper with each seismic encounter with the beat, sinking this concave fear pitted all the way through to my spine, A shadow growing cancerous in its apprehensions. What about the poor defenseless kids in MAGA hats being attacked by BLM supporters in response to my Black Lives Matter posts, decreed by acquaintances and supposed friends who feel either defensive or hopeless, or fucked no matter what. And I want you to lose hope too, because I'm drowning, sinkholing in this despair in what remains of our country, and I need you to be down here with me. I'm afraid for our future. I'm afraid for our country. I'm afraid that crimes and violence committed against minorities is going to be heartless and demonically used to eviscerate what the movement is really all about. With an all-or-nothing blade blaming the very people being victimized. And white victims, who, yes, do matter, but whose traumas and even deaths will be in vain, because they will be ripped apart and used, as their remains will be rained all over us, from voices that have not experienced what they've experienced, saying shit like, you see, this is what Black Lives Matter is doing to us. I feel like a chill is being force-fed into me, as an ice blade straight from hell is being lodged to my gut, my breath bleeding into a mist, whispering this foggy haze over our nation, because they are still attempting to rip out our voices, because no matter what we say, what we do, we are just melting into this empty, hollow wax burnt out at the tip, because all they see is themselves, the empty, flamed head echoing back at them. And if you're not on their wavelength, then they see past you. I'm afraid because no matter how much we try to show how bad things are getting, those that see the hollow flame will want nothing more than the destruction of us. And then when the rest falls to rubble, seeing the gravestones of what America once was, they will only have themselves to thank. I am terrified for us.
This is
I almost feel like I shouldn't play any music because that was very depressing. Solemn and bleak.
Very real.
Some bleak shit. No, okay, let's do it.
Real shit.
No, I was just thinking.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Sorry, it was me. I'm doing the outro for Lane Thompson, aka Lost in Thought, with his new shit.
It just pisses me off whenever I like, especially like when I make posts or whenever I like, yeah, did you hear? There are some people there's these kids being beaten by BLM supporters, and I knew what that may have happened, but at the same time you can't use that to define a movement. I mean, how do you feel when someone says, "Hey, did you hear what someone in a MAGA hat just did?" and uses that to define everything about you? It just
everyone's just like, we're in a good mood, Lane.
I know. Thanks for bringing us down, man. Damn.
No, it gets kind of pissed me off, and plus I've been hearing numbers. I've been hearing that.
Oh wait. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, a little footnote. I do apologize for Lost in Thought shirt, and I will tell you why. Because we had invited him to the Worm Suicide show, and that was the night he got that shirt. So.
Oh yeah.
So that's a little bit my fault that you are now subjected to penises on his T-shirt. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
That's not a penis. That's a cock.
Okay.
Whoa.
You don't have to show it anymore. We've seen it.
I'm being medical and you're being crass. Okay.
Lucky.
I gotta do something after that bleak performance he gave us. We gotta. Thanks, Lost in Thought.
It's
and now with your bleak forecast, Lost in
Thanks
Thought.
for the shot of reality, man.
Sorry, it just still pisses me off whenever someone spouts off that bullshit. It's like, you know what, whatever.
Well, don't worry about it, man.
No. I mean, I totally get it. I totally get it because it's like, Ernie,
What?
see, he's like Switzerland. He doesn't like have opinions on his page because he's trying to his political opinions because he's trying to keep his fans on both sides of the political spectrum, right wing, left wing. But
Yeah.
me, I'm engaging every 30 seconds, and I had a friend of mine who mentioned that that all the kids getting arrested at protests, that it's like strictly a disciplinary matter at home, and I kind of went, uh-oh. And so yes, I did engage. I said, okay, I see what you're saying, but when you have children getting handcuffed and guns pointed at them before they even reach double digits,
Right.
with extreme prejudice, that's not a disciplinary problem. Because she's trying to go, oh, quit blaming the cops, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, 2, 3, 4, 5. So before I kind of introduced my retaliatory statement with, bitch, I didn't do that. I gave a well thought out, educated answer because I'm trying to be better.
You pick your battles.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But at the same time, yesterday I kind of gave a little footnote before the show started. I posted on Facebook that I had a customer wearing a Trump 2020 mask in my line. And she's the only customer that literally flung her merchandise at me. It bounced off my shirt and landed on the counter.
Oh, wait, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, and then I looked straight at her and went, "Wow, really?" I mean, but that's about as retaliatory as I could get because I'm still in customer service.
What did she say? What did she say?
No, she just stared me. She just stared me down, and her mother went, behave yourself, like that to her.
What'd you say, Reggie?
That's the Trump supporters' way of convincing you that they're sane.
No.
That they're sane.
Yeah.
But I mean, she stared me down. It's like as soon as she flung it at me, it hit me and landed on the counter, and I was like, really? But I'm wearing my mask, so it's like, really? As much as I would love to engage, I can't.
Responding to,
All right. Out of the blue, I'm going to turn it over to Tom Moon. So we can get back to some poetry shit, because that's what the show is supposed to be about.
That's right.
Not necessarily politics and bleak stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Moon.
Pharmacia Botanica Paranoia. After a herbalist when healthcare costs too much. Burning sage or copal resin. Peticiones written on paper scraps. 1 incense for a peaceful home. 1 powder protection from envy. Shiny voodoo ball will foil a curse. Long walls of candles to meet every need. Faded love to fixing a bad boss. Now the need to breathe. Respiratory augmentation for pulmonary infections. Also anxiety and to help you sleep. Seeking emotional and spiritual relief with card readings and aura cleansings. Curanderas and counselors. People need to believe in something, so they turn to faith healing. St. Jude, St. Francis, Sacred Heart of Jesus, cowrie shell readings to chakra balancing, curbside, over the phone at CVS and Walgreens, 1 by 1 with their masks on. What you believe in is your only solution. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, Tom, you just reminded me. Go ahead, Ernie.
And that was Tom Moon with some poetry shit. Believe it or not. And he does.
Current event shit.
Yeah, I was going to try to work in, do you believe in love after love? But no, never mind.
That's another thing people are buying a lot of, too, in addition to melatonin. A lot of saints candles.
That's right. That's absolutely right. That's why I had to. People have given up, so they go for faith, blind faith. Yeah. It's really sad because all those saints are dead. Do they want to be dead too? And be on the face of a candle This saint is missing. Have you seen this saint? Yeah. Anyhow, I got one about the same sort of thing because you inspired me there, Hot Tamale. This is called "There Are Still Flat Earth Societies Out There." Astrology.
And they have websites.
They do have websites, lots of them. Astrology sells more than astronomy. Faith healers and quacks get more customers than doctors. Presidents tout snake oil for fatal diseases. Even positive propaganda has defined limits. Your masks and social distancing are not cures for COVID. 180,000 Americans have lost their right to vote because they're dead. Weapons at peace demonstrations, violence for peace, still a hunger for miracle cures. Now, it's not possible. No matter billions of your taxes squandered, testing takes time. So I volunteered to join 30,000 Americans to test one Pfizer vaccine. But there are 75 others in various stages of readiness, none of which have passed muster for true cure status. Life and death depend upon clarity between fact and projected fantasies. And when conspiracies are afoot, clarity loses to paranoia. We all want to live, but there really are suicide societies with websites. We all want to live long, but there are last days apocalypse movements with websites. Always a Zen commingling. Always another unresolved contradiction in election year. Thank you all, and stay alive. Serious.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Now we're going to get hit with copyright. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Moon. All the way from down under now. He lives in yonder there and over here.
He lives under that bridge right there. There you go.
I'm losing it. I haven't had a shot of whiskey or even opened my beer.
Oh my God, you're sober.
I'm sober.
I got some collab shit.
You got some glad shit?
So collab shit.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Go, Ernie B. Give him some stinger. You can do it.
Yeah.
And I'll bring him in.
Okay.
All right, coming up next to the virtual spoken and heard stage, we've got Reggie Goodwin.
Now, this comes from a habit that Tom and I used to have years ago, and I just recently did it with him about a day ago. So this is an email that he sent called Learning, and the first poem you hear is Tom's. The second poem you hear is my response. You can only do one Zoom at a time, but with more phones, computers, that is no longer true. Black Swan theory. And with time zones, it is possible to perform in many virtual arenas. We are parts of a jigsaw puzzle. We need all the pieces to get the full picture. Everybody holds an image in their mind, but we are in a movie. Your family of multiplex, ancestors, nostalgic formats, friends, multimedia. Your great-grandfather scratched steel pens upon black shellac. Your grandfather, a record player playing singles, EPs, and LPs made of vinyl. Your relatives, cassettes and 8-tracks with Dolby sound. You are up on the download, hip to the format. Time is a mixtape. The music you hear no longer belongs to you, like Leonard Cohen at the RNC, Kenosha, Kansas. Media bulges with separation clauses, equality, human rights, respect. The sound you are hearing are no longer military marches. They are freedom songs. Streets are alive with the possibility of progress. Put down your weapons and embrace. That was Tom. Now my response. My response.
Yeah.
Zoom has reduced communities to mere minutes between bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and webcam. We are atomized by technology and pandemic, giving rise to sociopaths with George Moore enables shrink of MOSFET logic, transistorizing electronics propaganda, and the demagogic. The emperor has no clothes. His fearful attacks at the USPS, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 7 of the First Amendment, sending his own jackbooted thugs into the streets because the toilet paper he uses between tweets the Constitution he didn't bother reading, or its First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the rights of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. No one authorized the smashed windows elderly boys or Russian agents fluent in English, wearing hoodies and carrying black umbrellas, nor did we, the people, authorize the smash and grab theft of our democracy. Antifa literally means anti-fascist. The fact that the gang of Putin objects to their mostly online existence as their grievance means they are self-explanatory of their true intentions. What's the Constitution when you have, like most weak, strong men, topple truth? Emoluments clause, hatch acts at Pennsylvania Avenue, your hotels in Jerusalem, fireworks worthy of George Orwell's 1984 or Zemyatin's We, from Jeb Bush's prophecy, chaos Manchurian candidate to chaos president. The mythically invoked Winthrop shining city on a hill is a pile of smoldering feces and far from a city of justice or a city of peace.
Whoa, yeah, Reggie.
All right, the point counterpoint poem of Reggie Goodwin.
There's a song by the lead singer from Judas Priest, Rob Halford. Metal. I'm sure everyone probably knows who he is. Metal God extraordinaire. Yeah, he had left Judas Priest for a brief while and made some solo records. He had a band called Fight, and it was back when, I don't know if you remember, Judas Priest was getting sued because two kids, young adults, committed suicide, and the parents were trying to blame the band because they were listening to one of their songs when they did it.
Right.
And so they were in court for, they won the case, but so he named the album. The band was called Fight. The name of the album was War of Words.
Yeah.
And that title song, War of Words, in the middle of the song, right before the solo, he recites that, what you just put in there, Reggie, the Congress shall make. What is that? That's the First Amendment, right?
First Amendment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and he recited that in the song, and it was really cool. And the song was called War of Words.
Yeah. There is a First Amendment, and everyone talks about the Second Amendment, but the freedom of speech and assembly is central to our democracy.
Mm-hmm.
So, wish we had some.
Speech and assembly, which is the basis of all protests, and they want to squelch that.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, they do. That's what's scaring me.
That's why we do free speech. So, Birdman or Eddie or Lost in Thought, have you got free speech?
I got something.
We got some for now.
Man, I wish I could play the Super Freak for you, man. I really do.
This is also.
Wait. He's a Birdman. Birdman. He's a Birdman, baby.
Birdman 313 coming up here with some stuff all the way from H-Town. Birdman 313. Birdman.
Okay, you're gonna get sued for that because they can recognize it.
Oh boy. Anyway, this
the
is
bird
something
is
new
the
that I
word.
wrote just the other day. Yeah, bird is the word. It's titled How, When, and Why. How can we see another senseless killing and not feel any sorrow? How can we see a grief-torn family and not get some relief? When will we see the fallen tears be wiped away and feel no shame? When a father hears that his child has been murdered, will we share his pain? How can a mother sit and hear that her child is not coming home and not share her grief and pain? Is anyone really listening? People want the rioting, the looting, and the protesting to stop. But why are there so many who do not seem to understand the real issues? There is good and bad in everything in life, work and personality. Free is just a four-letter word, but is not levied equally. Why must good people continue to suffer injustice suffer? Why can't bad people walk away unpunished? This is not a black, brown, or white thing. It's a matter of wrong versus right, and it is a universal issue.
Woo! Okay, come on, do your.
What happened to my? That's what happens when you have good monitors. All the way from H down to the bird. There's a word. The Birdman 313. Bird. I'm sorry, that sucked.
All right.
I'm on my wireless pack, and I had the volume turned down, so I couldn't hear myself.
Oh, I was like, what are you showing?
That threw me off.
Yeah.
Well, Breezy's back.
I got
She back?
something.
Eddie's here.
Let me turn Breezy on. Let's see. There she is.
Oh.
Okay.
Y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I'm here. I had to step away. They're calling my name. There's so much going on. I'm like, oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Breezy, the house is on fire. 1 minute. Hold on a second. I'm live.
I'm live. I'm performing. Give me a break.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Yes. Give me a break. 'Cause I really need you.
All right, babe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the king of the obscure reference, Lost in Thought.
I miss Nell Carter. Come on.
I saw her live before when I lived in L.A. I went to the Merv Griffin show, and they had Nell Carter on. She was one of the guests.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I loved her singing in Hair. Oh, dear God.
They put us on TV when how when they do the audience shot, because I was.
You were on the Merv Griffin show?
Yeah, well, I wasn't on the show. I was in the audience.
I know.
But when they do the shot of the audience, the camera had zoomed in on me and this girl I was with because she had this big punk rock hairdo, and they kind of gave us it was maybe like 2 seconds, but they put us on TV. It was kind of cool.
Famous for 2 seconds. Andy Warhol, move over. There's Eddie and there's Breezy.
Yes.
Eddie and Breezy.
Oh,
Breezy and Eddie.
I got Eddie. If he has some stuff, I got something right after him.
Okay.
Okay.
Eddie, are you ready to go with something?
Oh wait, hold on. Well, let me answer that with this. Can you hear this? No?
Yeah.
It sounds like a sound effect for Street Fighter.
It sounds like beatboxing. What's up?
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah,
Oh, hold on.
it's coming through.
Hold on. Oh. Maybe Breezy should go, actually.
Okay. On second thought, ladies and gentlemen, Lane, you want to bring her in?
Coming up next, breezing on by, we have Miss Breezy Love, sharing the love. Let's hear it for our lovely Miss Breezy Love.
If he's under, then he's over. Whatever.
All right. This poem is called A Virtuous Woman, opening to the experience of growing in the muddy trenches, allowing the adaptation for any environment, its survival. I am knowledge and wisdom. How did I get here? When they claimed that I was too Afrocentric, so I gave them charisma with it. I knew for myself that it was just my beginning, thinking like the great Aristotle, determining his courage rather than present the meekness. I manifested favor over fear, and I am courage. How did I get here? When I committed to walking away, I did it with a boldness, never blinking an eye. With my head held high, I walked out with an SOS flag, but a flag for pride. I am humanity. How did I get here? I did it for standing up for Sue, the whipping pole transgender, while my lipstick-stained lips were being admired but hated. When I voiced and challenged the perverse perceptions without a clue. So I spoke out because I was too victimized by the same loving gender partner. I am justice. How did I get here? I made them see beyond the labels. I was due the same civil rights, speaking with the grace and not hate, and I am temperance. How did I get here? I forgave my abuser and prayed for their forgiveness and did not summon vengeance on them. I walked away from the death summoned by the death angel that stalks, yet never prevails. I am transcendence. How did I get here? By the miracles and grace, and I am still here, standing in the midst of storms as a living vessel, as a virtuous woman. And that one is coming out of From God's Love to Self-Love.
Yeah.
Woo! Breezy.
All right.
Good
I'll
development,
give
baby.
you, I'll give you guys another a short one. And this one is called Fallen Angels 2. I believe I met an angel today. He was beautiful. Demeanor was so calm. Maybe you don't want to believe me, but I must say, he did not have the big wings. He actually smiled with two goals in between. The pearly white teeth and the smile that gleamed. Unusual for sure, it seemed. He did not tap me on the shoulder, but it was okay. I tapped him. And ever so softly with a little palm, eager to let him know I was entertaining a gentle soul, not to startle him in any way. He gleamed again, showing his further approval of the need to say. We spoke of ways God speaks to us in a various way. He hoped to share on another day as we parted ways, yet only to meet 5 minutes later, back in the same space. The presence to elaborate more on the shared like visions, the moments were exquisite. A brown boy and a brown girl speaking openly and publicly. Here we are. We had no wings, but I believe he was an angel. We departed, and I looked up to only discover the white hawks above us, synchronized in a complete cycle, a perfect circle, an awe and an oracle. Some stories just have to be told. Even I chose to believe. Well, do you believe that two fallen angels met up today? And that was Fallen Angels Part 2. So.
Believe, we believe.
Yay,
Strong, striking, beautifully worded, always incredible Miss Breezy Love. Let's hear it for Miss Breezy Love.
It ain't easy being breezy.
With cheese.
Cheese.
I know, my favorite cheese. It's my favorite.
Did you ever see that commercial where it was for cheese? And by the way, why is there a commercial for cheese? Just cheese in general, you know, like not Borden cheese or a specific brand, just cheese.
Cheese the thing.
Yeah.
Cheeses come from different regions, and like champagne, you're not allowed to use the word champagne unless it comes from the Champagne province. Cheeses are regional, like Gloucester cheese is different to cheddar cheese. You know, it's just history. History of cheeses.
But why is there a commercial for it?
Or when you accidentally make cheese when your milk gets too old.
It's like having a commercial for air. Ladies and gentlemen, the Air Association. No, but anyway.
No. Go ahead.
That commercial. Remember that commercial where the family comes down the stairs and there's a little girl, and they come down the stairs Christmas morning, and the tree is up there, and there's toys and presents all over the place, and a Corvette under the tree, and then the dad was like, "Wow, those must have been some cookies." And the little girl said, "I didn't leave him cookies. I left him cheese." So sad. I left a Corvette and everything.
All right.
Yeah, I wonder what Santa snacks are like in Denver. Hello.
Uh-oh. That's where the Corvette comes in.
There you go.
High. Well, Bert, team board.
So
I was gonna say. Speaking of non sequitur, Reggie, what's your favorite? No. Avatar character.
My favorite Avatar character? I guess is Aang. I keep playing with that one. That is a non sequitur.
It is.
I'm drinking tea, ladies and gentlemen. Mark this down on your calendars. This is the first. Oh, you can't see my cup because it's blue. Look.
Well,
see?
it's invisible.
Because I have a blue screen behind me, so my cup's blue, so you can't see it.
Wow.
But yeah,
Breezy.
I'm drinking tea.
Breezy.
I'm here.
Are you gonna be in a workshop Tuesday?
I would have to.
With Tongo? I seen your name.
I don't think I am.
Well, it's somebody else that got your name then.
Unless I just haven't marked it on my calendar.
No, I seen your name and I looked and I'm like, why do I know this lady?
Now you're
Sabrina
making me
Hicks,
think.
right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah, he has a workshop Tuesday. And when I seen it, I didn't know you knew him.
You're hosting the seminar, by the way. Did you know that?
I'm hosting it.
Yes.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
It's a joke, Joyce. It's a joke.
But no.
I better get some more material ready then.
Right. Okay. I'm really gonna have to check my calendar because I have a few. I'm juggling like work, and I do Zooms for work. And yeah. That's why I said sometimes it gets busy in my head. So I'm just learning how to use my calendar real good, but not so good, obviously. But it could be possible. I'll check the calendar. Thanks for the heads up.
I remember that back in the normal times before March. I mean, I'd get so busy with shows, and you know, I used to work at a studio, and I mean, I was always booked. I always had somewhere to be. I still had a full-time job on top of it, and friends would be like, "Hey, man, you want to go hang out on Thursday or whatever?" I don't know. I got to check my calendar. I honestly, I don't know if I'm free or not. I got to look at my calendar because it would get that busy, you know. And I'd mark it down. Okay, I'm good for the 23rd. Okay, 7 o'clock, and I wouldn't remember until I looked at the calendar. Oh yeah, okay, I got to be there. And like I said,
and it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Rachel Mace is watching.
It's kind of crazy that you're saying that because, like I said, and then like some of my coworkers, they get kind of confused too because I go by Bree. Bree is my nickname, and sometimes they're like walking around like, "Well, who's Sabrina?" I'm like, me, like because Bree came from Sabrina, so it is a nickname. So I go in between and I'm using it all throughout, like
and a good friend call her Z. Just call her Z. Yeah.
But you know Tongo though, right?
I'm gonna tell you. I get invited to so many different things, and I don't necessarily know the people, but I'm kind of one of those people. Like I did a Zoom earlier, but I'm kind of one of those people. I want to support other people, so a lot of times, if it's some of great interest to me, then I will go ahead and just take up the invite and go. But a lot of times, I may not necessarily know them.
Okay, I was just curious. Like I said, your name popped up, and I was like, I didn't know she knew Tongo. Okay.
Well, Eddie's ready. Eddie's ready. He's waving his little thing around.
Okay, he's flagging us in. Okay. Just park the plane over there.
Nice impression of Fox Searchlight Pictures.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from somewhere where there's nothing. There's vivid nothing. Flagging us down with a flashlight and wearing a jersey t-shirt and this black light. It's really psychedelic, man. Don't take the brown acid.
Too late.
Too late.
Oh, now we can't hear you. Nope, no audio.
Nope. Oh no!
How about now?
There it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
Not again.
Oh no!
I love it so far.
Not again.
Yeah, again.
Is it live or is it Memorex?
Maybe it's Memorex.
Maybe it's Memorex.
Do it like this.
Looks a bit cross.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to say Breezy Love. That was Vivid Nothing, Eddie Navarro with some...
Navarro pendejo.
I can't roll my R's, I'm sorry.
That took me back to the Kick Butt days when you were on stage and playing with the flute and echo.
That seriously made me want to go on a vision quest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling it. I was like, okay, I need to go in the backyard, light some sage.
That's right.
But with the way everything's going, get attacked by mosquitoes. You can't have everything.
I really don't get bitten by mosquitoes.
He doesn't.
I don't.
I do.
I get eaten alive.
Yeah.
Yes. Diana doesn't, but I do. So
okay.
I know.
I actually heard about this scientifically. They say that people with type O blood get eaten up.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear Diana tell me that all the time.
After using off.
What about off?
Type O.
Oh, no spray helps me out.
Nothing helps me.
You gotta have all that DEET in there, the good stuff.
you gotta have that stuff that's been outlawed by the government.
Yeah, because once they took it out, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
What's DEET?
Oh, honey.
Oh man.
It's an active ingredient in
Okay, wait. Lane. There's this really cool invention. People carry it around with them. It's called a smartphone, and it's amazing. They can find information on all kinds of things.
What's DEET?
Look it up! God. Por favor.
I think Tom just checked out. He's like, I'm not even gonna get involved with this.
I mean, I've heard of DEEK, which is the children's thing.
It's actually. I almost want to say it's an acronym, but I don't think it is. Diethyl something.
It's an active ingredient agent that used to be in off, but they don't use it anymore because it probably caused cancer or something,
It'll probably kill you.
But ever since they did that, it doesn't work anymore. So what's the point?
Diethyl meta something, also called DEET or is the most common active ingredient in cigarette pellets. Okay.
See.
I don't know how to say it. I'm not gonna.
Diethyl metatoluamide.
That's what they used to call me back in the hood.
Oh God.
Sure.
I cannot believe you sometimes.
It's wonderful. A fantasist of the first order. Fantastic imagination. Wonderful sound effects.
I actually have a picture of the molecule. Where is it? I can't get it.
You won't.
It's not going to work. Whatever.
There was a horror movie about a giant mosquito.
Okay. Whatever he just said. Honestly, some of the mosquitoes this season, they're starting to feel like bee stings. I say it'll land on you and like, ouch! What? I mean, usually they bite you and you don't feel it until later when you get the welt, but now it's like they're on steroids or something.
Get tackled by a mosquito.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's like, what the?
I mean, it's not like I never get bit. I do get get bitten every once in a while, but it's like she'll be like, "Oh, I'm getting eaten alive," and I'm like, "What? I'm fine,"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't sit out in the evening time. Because if I sit out in the evening time when I come in, I got welts all over me, upside my head, and
yeah.
I don't even wear shorts in the evening time outside because my leg is like, it just attack me.
Houston.
Onion juice is great for mosquito welts. Continue.
Oh, okay.
When you talk about mosquitoes causing like bee stings, it's 2020. I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Par for the course.
I got
I'm
something.
leaving you guys too. I'm heading out. Well, sending my love to all of you guys.
Okay, night, Breezy.
She's like, when you start talking about, you start mosquito bashing, that's where she draws the line.
No, I do. I have an early morning, and I gotta get some things together. Check my calendar for sure.
Right.
All right, good night, Breezy.
Good night, Breezy.
Thanks for calling in.
Take care.
You too.
Okay.
Love you.
Tom had something to say. Tom?
Yeah. I was going for Breezy before she leaves, but I think she's almost gone.
Yeah, I think she already split.
Yeah.
Okay, it's for us. We are totally gratuitous. We're extra and we know it. Folk can live quite well without us. To speak when words are bent and false, to be new when news is foe. I know there's goodness in this world. Monks who chant, pilgrims of peace, affirmations, meditations define them, and these are only some of the wonders of this universe. But we are all gratuitous. Most will wake up with no wonder, more will hold, possess, and plunder. Yet even when those waves drag you under, you know this life has luxury and extra. Simple song, simpler chorus, it's a wonder to be so gratuitous. I've stopped now, you can breathe. Whoopee! Poetry, love it, rhymes. Totally.
I was telling you guys earlier, it's like, I really haven't had a chance to write in the past week because I'm writing my thoughts here and there, but they're not really coming together into some coherent form. It's because it's like as soon as I get home, I'm pretty much just getting ready for tomorrow. So
we got plenty of poems. Reggie's got lots, Birdman's got more, and even Lost writes new stuff as he's depressed. Tenet's going to cheer you right up, babe. Best comedy ever made. Tenet, forward and back. So, Reggie, Birdman, anyone alive out there?
I have some Thursday shit.
So what kind of shit?
Thursday shit.
Thursday shit.
Thursday shit. Go ahead, Ernie B. You've been doing good on the intros.
All right. Coming at you with some Thursday shit. We have Reginald Goodwin, all the way from North Carolina. Are you in the mountains out there? Oh, what's that? No. They got mountains, the Appalachians out there.
But I'm nowhere near the mountains.
Okay. I used to tour that area back in the 80s. I liked it out there. It was nice.
Yeah. Nice weather, typically. This one is just called Black, and it's quite an extensive spoken word piece, so I prepare you. Jacob Blake was shot in his back, guilty of no criminal act. A throwaway knife found conveniently in the driver's side of his SUV tried to quell a domestic disturbance between two women before he got hurt. The officers who tased and shot him grabbed his shirt as if they had never heard of handcuffs. Shot in the back 7 times, point-blank range, as if his name was Marvel's Luke Cage, with preternatural strength and bulletproof skin, mutagenic properties that don't exist. We are all tired of this. Doc Rivers shed tears for this country, who's shown no love for our faithfulness in every war and skirmish since the Revolution and Crispus Attucks. The Milwaukee Bucks embodied this, boycotting the NBA playoff games. WNBA, Major League Baseball, Major League Soccer, and the National Hockey League did the same because they know the agency of their own bodies. $40 million slaves throwing off the shackles of oligarch minstrelsy, addressing social inequities despite Jared Kushner, their salaries, showing 1968 Olympic Tommy Smith and John Carlos solidarity that, by the way, need their Olympic medals restored expeditiously. Yeah. Before 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse proud with a long rifle in the streets, Kenosha has a history invested in the misery of keeping its 11.2% African-American descendants of the Great Migration Exodus in their caste system assigned places. Rittenhouse passed police spaces unchallenged in any fashion before capture. The needle has swung rapidly from O.J. Simpson, Michael Jordan, back to Muhammad Ali, who saw through the Vietnam War's depravity. We are not superheroes, supervillains, or other fantastical beings, but fathers, sons, brothers, nephews, cousins, mothers, daughters, cousins, nieces. In Breonna Taylor's case, the possibility of procreation shattered to pieces in middle of the night, lead torrent birthed by no-knock warrants. Her Kentucky AG had more time to speak at the RNC than arrest the officers involved in this focused killing spree. We are headed for a Christchurch, New Zealand fiasco, worse than synagogue assassinations in El Paso Walmart machinations. right-wing extremists were responsible for 2/3 of the terrorist attacks in 2019 and 90% in 2020. August 26, 2020, the 4th anniversary of Colin Kaepernick kneeling before Ahmaud Arbery's execution for jogging, Breonna Taylor's execution for sleeping, George Floyd's asphyxiation by a cop on his neck kneeling, 2 days before the 57th anniversary of the March on Washington. Vladimir Putin has the American experiment reeling, pushing at fissures in the body politic to train wreck that's long existed, reparations paid to former slave owners, their descendants owning professional plantation teams, playing and funded by taxpayer boondoggle schemes. The descendants of slaves had to eat Jim Crow, segregation with hand-me-down books and missing pages, neighborhoods redlined into concentration camps, also known as ghetto cages, where criminal activity is concentrated and summary executions could be committed with impunity by state Gestapo before video evidence. But we've had this since Rodney King. Before that, the newsreels, diverse young people, hosed down, dog bit, and billy club, hasn't educated the ruling class of the United States to think anything less than sadistic actions by their police union unqualified immunity factions wouldn't be efficacious. 4 more years of this madness will not make us great. A house divided against itself cannot stand, Lincoln said, nor bring back white picket fence Levitt towns and their suburban housewives barefoot and pregnant, or Ward and June Cleaver raising Wally and Lever the Beaver while border agents use microwave death rays on migrants fleeing conditions generated by moribund U.S. policies. Black and white is a projection of judged depravity and mythologized perfection like shithole countries and niggers. James Baldwin figured you needed us to be this. Your bullshit is officially dismissed. The dark hole smoldering coals of what remains of your souls count on the powerless. The 1% figure, a caste system needs pariahs. Fear must be cast on brown bodies of melanin, Hispanics, Latinos, migrants, Muslims added to the mix, masking the smash and grab crime and progress by the aforementioned 1%. Trickle down is bullshit. David Stockton admitted it, just like Law and Order since 1968 that doesn't even benefit those who share the 1%'s hue or tint. These are fears they use to manipulate the rural proletariat. Hate of the other is a false aphrodisiac that makes no one richer or moves one up in class, that Putin gives as perfume rancid farts while Orange Satan sniffs its putrid ass. E pluribus unum, far from greatness, Martin Luther King said, we will either live together as brothers or perish together as fools. Please think.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful.
All the way from Culver City, California. And he's actually not from Culver City, California. He's from North Carolina. There's Reginald Goodwin with some North Carolina shit. Well, it's from North Carolina.
North Carolina shit?
What?
USA shit.
Thursday shit.
Oh, that's right. Thursday shit. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Reggie, don't humor him. Oh my God.
Hey, you got me started on this today. I wasn't doing it. You say, do it. All right.
Oh my God.
It's like once I start doing something like that, I can't quit it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like if I start doing Clint Eastwood or Yoda, I won't stop.
Okay, do Yoda.
Nope. I ain't
do
doing
Yoda.
it.
Do Yoda.
Nope.
Come on, make us laugh.
Nope.
Come on.
I'm not a monkey.
Yes, you are.
I'm not a dancing monkey.
You're a performer.
Oh, where's my nickel?
Okay, hold on.
Birdman's ready.
Can I PayPal it to you?
No, let's get Birdman up there.
Okay.
Yeah, Birdman, wake you up.
Oh, look here, my phone.
Coming up next, we've got Birdman 313.
A very frustrated
giving us
Birdman.
some news as he's flying in. Yes, he's Birdman.
Oh, okay. My poem ain't that long, but it's
Sorry about that, Birdman.
You, Reggie,
I had a lot to say.
It's a job. Yeah, I know it, man. I'm gonna read. Actually, this one I wrote today. We went down to Clear Lake, sit at the park. Oh man, it was very enjoyable. Freed my mind, and I wrote this while I was down there. And I also got a video, which I'm gonna be putting it together this week, and it's titled "Feeling Free." There are times in our life that we that we humans just want peace, quiet, and solitude. Being at the park, sitting on the banks by the waters can remove the worldly distractions that try to destroy mankind. Sometimes we feel like we are in a straitjacket and cannot breathe as the water splashes upon the banks. The body and mind fall into a trance that make worldly problems fade. Playing relaxing music in the background delivers much needed solutions to any unrest. We look towards the soft waters for some comfort. The only sound heard is the water splashing on the banks. Even the seagulls and other birds are quiet and enjoying the peacefulness. No one expected that being isolated for months could bring so much stress, loneliness, and anxiety to the soul. So look up at the blue sky, white clouds, and bright sun frequently and say, "Thank God, I feel free." There you go.
Here for Birdman 313. I'm fine with some short stuff, but really thoughtful piece. Here for Birdman 313.
Yeah. Still here.
Okay, now you gotta do blah 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 blah.
Birdman.
You ever hear that? Well, no, I'm not gonna do it. Never mind.
That picture of seagulls behind you. Where did you get that though?
Get what?
I was just in Birdman. The picture of seagulls. Where did you get it?
Oh.
Huh?
My guess would be the beach.
Yeah.
Did
That's why I take the pictures. You talking about what I posted today?
No, your background pic.
Oh, I took the picture down. That was with the poem on a beach bench, and I took them and we got them pictures there. Well, I took the pictures, and they was like sitting in our lap as they was flying around because we was feeding them bread. They was actually catching the bread out the air as we was throwing them. So I took I took 5, 6 pictures of them right there in front of us.
Nice.
That's on Silver Beach. I'm in Sylvan in LaPorte.
Did anyone see that? I saw it on Facebook. A quick video of a squirrel that was coming up to people, and they had the one person had a bottle of water, and the squirrel kept motioning for it, so they put the bottle of water down, and the squirrel drank from the bottle and they just basically emptied the whole bottle. The squirrel drank most of it, and when he was done, he got himself together and then he took off running.
Alcoholic squirrels are everywhere.
Hey, Ernie, Ernie, you got any more liquor left?
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Squirrel juice.
Oh yeah, he got. Oh, okay.
This was more than half the bottle last night. So.
We put some serious hurt on that last night, and I didn't go to bed till about 8.
Yeah, well, we started singing at 2 a.m. So.
Yeah.
Liver and kidneys. And kidneys.
But I honestly, guys, I mean, singing once a week, until the next day, it's helping me keep my sanity.
So what are you implying? That I'm being boring because I'm not drinking?
Oh, jeez.
Why imply anything?
Yes, Ernie, you're incredibly boring.
I know I'm lame.
You're not boring. You're not lame. You're bright. You're our best engineer.
No, I am tired though, because because we were up all night and I did that show. I did a show yesterday. Then we did karaoke till the cows came home, and now I'm doing this other show today, and I'm kind of exhausted. I am. I'm
want you to cheer you up, young.
Well, I was gonna take a shot earlier, and I was like, that because that's always that it's like
an energy shot.
Yeah, and it gets me going again. But considering how hard I hit it last night, and then I started getting really hungry because I haven't eaten yet. So I said, I better not.
And
I don't have any food in my stomach right now.
And tomorrow we're gonna.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Tomorrow they're coming to install. Finally, I'm getting a 24 by 12 by 10 foot shed installed in my backyard.
Wow.
Yeah.
What were you putting?
Everything that's in the garage is going to go in the shed, and I'm going to eventually turn my garage into a studio. Finally.
So he can set up his drums and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
turn
good.
it
That's
into a
good.
recording studio.
Violence.
Must be nice, man.
Talk about the beat generation.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a shed for the longest time, and finally, and getting hold of the people, the people, the My Shed guys is what they're called. It was hard. They never answered their phone. I'd leave voicemails. They'd never call me back. I finally sent them an email, and then I started getting correspondence. But it took forever to get a hold of them. Now that I am in touch with them, they're really nice, but I guess they're just really busy.
Yeah. Everyone wants a shed, man.
Man, I'm gonna have to look into that, man. I need me a shed where I can just go in and lock the doors and
Yep.
Yeah, well,
beat the hell out my guitar and be happy.
Yeah, well, mine's going to be for storage, and they're going to put a ramp so I can put my riding mower in there and everything.
Oh, okay.
But the garage is going to be my man cave in there.
Yeah, with all the music crap.
Yeah, on my recording
and
equipment
stuff that goes with it.
I got a lot of gear, and it's all piled in there. I can't. There's so much stuff in there. I mean, I can't set up my drums. I can't do anything. It's just stuff, in there.
I have one for you about what to do while you're waiting for your shed to arrive. Are you ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You can meditate. You can exercise. You can read, write, and create art. You can contact friends to see you're still alive. You can listen to those friends and family. They all got stories. You can turn those stories into art, film, memoirs, soundtracks. You can become a ghost writer for the inarticulate. You can power walk and power nap and power sleep. You can alternate real and virtual activities. You can activate and communicate clearly. You can grieve and remember those passed from us. You can celebrate those still here with us tonight. You can create and recreate community. You can recognize things will never be the same again and embrace those changes and build upon that shed. And new association, foundations, futures will be formed. And that's just the first few minutes of your future weighing life for the shed to come. Live it, baby. Live it well. That's it.
There you go.
There you go.
What he said. What he said.
That reminds me of how
Golden Girls.
there's this Cheech and Chong bit where what is
Dave's not here, man.
Oh man, okay. Never mind. I got to think of it. I'll come back to it.
Sure. Well, Reggie's got
Yeah,
stuff,
man,
babe.
that nom weed that'll do some weird things to your face.
No, I can't think of it. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
It's where Cheech is reciting a song to Chong, and man, what song is
Is it part of the stand-up or the movie?
Mexican Americans don't like get up early, but they have to, so they do it real slow. Mexican Americans like to go to movies where the girl has blue eyes. When you make my brown eyes turn blue, and he's singing it to him, right? And so, what do you think of that, man? And Chong's like, "Yeah, that's far out, man. You know, while you were singing it, I wrote another tune."
I remember that sketch.
Yeah.
That was good. That
While he was singing it, I wrote another tune.
Well, Red's here, Eddie's here, Birdman's here, and it's 10:02.
Yes. Who wants to go next?
I was actually gonna throw out some old shit if it's okay with you guys.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Like we can stop you.
Okay.
Birdman speaks truth.
Wait. Let me see. I have a lot of stuff. Okay. Okay. Whoever wants to introduce me, go ahead.
Hot tamale.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't need anything flowery. Okay. And this is what I actually called it op-ed. Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. I'm probably paraphrasing that, and I do apologize. But what I will not be sorry for is who I am. Mexican American, Chicano, Latino, Latinx, Hispanic, all are me. What makes me upset is the people I grew up with forgetting who they are, forgetting where they came from. This current administration has made it pretty clear that they have little tolerance of darker skin colors and bigotry against anyone that doesn't have Anglo-European blood. Frustration wells up in me when I see people I used to go to school with aligning themselves with the current political wave. My hometown is now mostly people that look like me, but that wasn't always so. When you hear about someone from the other side of the tracks, you automatically think low class, poor, dirty, etc. My hometown had the railroad tracks divide the town into North Side, South Side. North Side was Mexican town, while South Side was white town. Mexican town was colonias. Colonias are small, low-cost housing subdivisions put up cheaply that usually didn't have running water or electricity. My ancestors could do business in some of White Town, but you had to be back on your side before the sun set. Latino kids went to Latino schools, white kids went to white schools. But the Latino kids did not go to schools often past the 5th grade. After that, kids were expected to join the rest of the family picking cotton, picking fruits and vegetables in the fields. Other stories were relayed to me by my father. A theater in town, which is now demolished, was segregated in the time he was in school. He had to sit in the balcony. Little kids calling my dad dirty and telling him to go home and take a bath. These aren't incidents from the 1800s. Now I watch as people that used to be my peers aligning with the current political agenda and saying that the border should be closed, immigration is a problem, etc. These are the same borders that our ancestors crossed for new opportunities. Why should their descendants get denied their chance?
Hot tamale.
Yeah.
You know what that poem reminds me of? Going to Mississippi in the summertime, hanging out with my cousins. It was just like that. You had the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
You had, you know, if you wanted to go to the grocery store or the movie theater or the drugstore, you had to do it before 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yes.
And then you had to get back over. And I hated
On your
going
side.
to see my. I love my cousins, but oh man, I used to hate going down there. And my aunt, one of my aunts, my dad's sister, she said, "You don't like coming down here, do you?" I'm like, "No." She said, I know why. You was born up in the north, and you had a lot of freedom, just like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." You know, you said it right. And even in Florida, it's like that. You know, you say when they said, "Where's the blacks? Where's the weed? Where's the hoes?" Oh, go across the tracks. And it's still like that there.
It's like that in East Texas, and when I went away to school there at Kilgore College, home of the Rangerettes, I always have to say that. And I had like friends that would go home for the weekend, and they lived on the other side of the tracks, and I really wasn't familiar with that. I was like, what other side of the tracks? What are you talking about? And I remember once I left my dorm and walked over to a friend's house, and I ended up in her neighborhood, which was quote unquote on the other side of the tracks. And they looked at me like I was insane. They were like, "You walked?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's the big deal?" "You're not supposed to do that." "Why not?" It was a mile away, big deal. And I just, I just hoofed it from my dorm to their house, and they flipped out. And they were like, "You know what? Don't do that again." I was like, okay. And that's when I started learning about other side of the tracks. Shit. And I was like, well,
my college was like that. My college was like that.
Yeah.
I had went to, my parents had came in town. I went down to the hotel because I didn't know nobody on campus. I was hanging out with them. I'm on my way back. And these guys and this gal said, "Oh, look here, look what's walking down the street. Hey, why don't you come on over here?" When they said that, I'm like, okay, it's time to go ahead and get in shape. So I jogged to the dormitory, and I was telling some friends, and they said, "Dude, do you realize where you at?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in Owasso, Michigan." "No, do you realize where you at?" I'm like, "No, it's the home of the Ku Klux Klan." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got it now."
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. And
No.
I didn't realize it. And then one of the guys tucked me. He said, "I'm gonna take you over here by the bus station." Okay, we went by the bus station. On the other side of the bus station, it had a big old sign. You know, the N word: "Do not get caught after dark walking down the street." And that was it. And then it also had, you know, actually, if you ever read Malcolm X books, any of his books, he speaks about Wausau, Michigan. And I wasn't even aware of it. I'm just happy to be in college. I'm like, wow, man.
Lane, was it like that growing up in Rochester?
Well, actually, what I was going to say was remember what you reminded me of when I was growing up as a kid in Florida. The KKK were like roaches; they were like everywhere, and and then they were always trying to recruit my mom. Like they would like sometimes my mom would be handed like KKK cards. Of course, you know, she would tell them. She would often tell them what she can do what
They
they can do with
had cards?
them. Yeah, they had cards.
Okay.
And
They're organized racists.
Even in the video stores we went to, we would find KKK cards.
Wow.
And like they were rampant.
Are you kidding? Have you seen in the
No.
news that they have they have like recruitment pamphlets with like candy in it?
Yeah.
And like in Ziploc bags going, do you want something different for your country? You know, and it's got like Tootsie Rolls and mints, and it's like, what the hell?
Nuts.
Yeah.
Children.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, on that note.
It's I can give you a farewell one before I disappear into the vapors, but the world is waiting for us for stockpiling happiness. Which would you like?
Yes.
Okay, stockpiling happiness. Say you collect stamps, crystals, friends, experiences. Your library is golden sunshine. Your dreams are moon and stars. Your face is made of water. You love colors, so you collect rainbows. Your very air you breathe, earth you dance upon, fire that warms. All these elements are yours, so you release them freely. Complete your stockpiles of happiness. So like spring or well or river, they might rise again when high tides surf your emotional tsunamis. Refill and embrace of the world we all live in, so that you may sing in the streets of the future while dancing down avenues of laughter and goodwill, stockpiling happiness. Thank you and good night.
Okay, that was an awesome way to finish the night. Thank you, Tom.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, lady and gentlemen, it's good seeing you again.
Lady and gentlemen. We had once Breezy left, it went back down to one lady again.
It's in that. It's hard. It's hard. I mean,
well, not really. Diana's sitting right here listening, so.
Well, we need to bring Diana on the camera.
She don't do that.
She's our Paul Schaefer. We need to bring her up. We need to. There she is. Hey, Diana.
Wonderful.
Miss you.
Support us.
Okay.
Yeah, every program I'm on, she's sitting always sitting to the right of me. So.
Okay, Diana. One of these days, we're gonna need to hear some of your poems.
Oh, yo.
Or else.
Whoa. Hey, I got the look that you should have got.
We know the look. We know the look. I've seen that look. It's a powerful look.
Okay, should I do the thing?
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Okay, you have been witness to the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and heard live every Sunday night at Kick Butt Coffee, Music, and Booze. It's not just an open mic, it is a show, not a show without each and every one of you, including you, Peggy. Thank you and good night.
Well, hot tamale, it was a bad look, it was just a look.
I'm gonna kick your ass later, look.
Until next week.